how often do you come up with the things that you're fearful of, or you're scared of doing, or that make you feel uncomfortable, that, you know, some people you see can do and they do it, you know, what seems to be easy enough? In this video today, I'm going to talk about our fears, how to overcome uncomfortable situations, and maybe not in the way that you think, but it's in this video today. Enjoy. What's going on, peeps? My name is Chris and I love everything to do with the mind, self-development and human behavior, anything that can make us better at what we are, human beings. And I'm basically here to tell you any tools, tips, advice, experiences, perspectives, anything that I can that I've learned on my journey to help you on your journey. Up to you to do what you want with the information. So in today's video, like I said, working on fears and uncomfortable situations. Now, all of us have fears, all of us have things that make us feel uncomfortable, or things that we feel that we cannot do, but we may want to do. An example of this could be, you know, going overseas on your own. Now, a lot of people, even, you know, me, when I was younger, I felt like I couldn't go overseas on my own. But when I did it, I realized that I could do it, and I felt the biggest reward, you know, for myself and self-accomplishment, etc. So that's just an idea. There can be things like, you know, getting outside your comfort zone in many different ways. Whether it's doing a new class, doing a new course, doing a workshop, going to something on your own, asking someone out on a date, trying a new food, trying something completely different, doing volunteer work, doing something that you normally wouldn't do, going to some kind of class, dance class or anything. You get the idea. Now what happens is there's a lot of things that we want to do, but we don't actually end up doing a lot of the time because we hold ourselves back. And we hold ourselves back because we want to stay in our comfort zone and be safe. And that's kind of the way we've evolved. You know, the survival mechanism kicking in. I don't want to go into an uncertain situation because I'm not safe there. But in reality, how do you know that you're not going to be safe in that situation? It can be a risk that you're willing to take, but you know, what's the risk of going to a dance class? What's the risk? Maybe you fall over and hurt yourself. Knock on wood, knock on wood. But ultimately, you know, there's no real detrimental risk to ourselves in those types of situations. Now, being that we are kind of our own worst enemies in the light that it's our self-talk that creates that, oh, I can't do that. You know, well, is that true? Well, it's not true. We can do it. It's just that we choose not to because we want to do what's safer. We want to stay in that comfortable region within ourselves. And that's okay because that's how we've evolved. We've evolved for survival mechanisms and everything like that. But what I've learned in my journey and what I've, you know, essentially been doing for years now is doing the things that make me feel uncomfortable a lot of the time. And when I chip away at all those things, it gives me more confidence in a broader scheme of things. So when you actually do dive into those uncomfortable moments and do it, you actually learn and you gain wisdom from the experience. And then you can grow and learn. Like I said, I think I said that twice now. But it actually changes part of who you are because you start realizing that these uncomfortable situations, although uncomfortable, can help you grow. Now, you can learn from these experiences as well, and even just learning to be in that uncomfortableness. I don't even know if that's a word, but it doesn't matter, I'm using it. Now, I really want to create the context for you. This is not like go get yourself into uncomfortable situations where you could be in danger or something like that. It's more about do the things that you would like to do that you're afraid of. Do the things that make you feel uncomfortable that you're afraid of. So for some people, it could be going to a bar on their own, or going to the movies on their own, or just doing something like that on their own, going to a festival on their own, like I said, going overseas on your own. There's so many different ways. Not in that's the context I'm trying to create here. So when you chip away and you do all these things, you actually feel more empowered, more accomplished within yourself, that you're achieving these, you know, these new experiences, and you're putting yourself into uncomfortable situations. So then that gains your self-confidence within yourself to power through uncomfortable situations, and over time it can get better. And then sometimes, like, yeah, you know, you can dip, but that's okay, because it's all about creating the momentum again. A lot of the time we focus on the goal that's like up here, but we forget that we have to start here. And, you know, once you kind of start climbing a mountain, you want to keep climbing it. Or say the finish line's down a hill, you have to create momentum to get down the hill, you know, and the more momentum you create, the faster you get to where you want to be. So a really good idea for this is to write down all the things that, you know, make you afraid of doing, or all the things that make you feel uncomfortable. And this can be a personal list just for yourself. It can be big things, small things. It can be whatever you feel would empower you or make you feel like you've ticked an experience off for yourself. Go with the small things first, and then try the bigger things. And if you do one a week or one a month or one every 2 weeks, doesn't matter how long you kind of take to do it. There's no rush. You know, you've got your whole life, but there's so many things that you can actually do. So do that. When you get one of those items or goals, say it's a small goal, break it down. Break it down into the achievable steps. Okay, say you want to go skydiving, but you're scared about it. Okay, well, you've made the decision now. You've written it down on the list. You want to go skydiving. First thing you can do is look up what are the prices? Where can I go to do it? And that's the first thing. So it's the first step you would write down. And then second step could be like book. And then third step is go, pay for it, whatever. So if you create that little instant into that, you know, somewhat small, big goal, whatever, it's actually going to help you to gain that momentum. And once you chip away at more things that you're afraid of, you start to become a bit more fearless. And in that, the self-confidence builds to power through those uncomfortable situations. That doesn't mean that, you know, those fear aspects might pop up, but you're then able to manage the situation, because you're like, well, I've done that now, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that. This shouldn't be, like, this should be, you know, I'll feel uncomfortable and I'm a bit nervous, but I've done all these other things and I can do that. You're re-empowering, or, you know, reframing everything for yourself to actually enable you to move forward and move faster. So, something to think about. With that being said, you know the deal. Make someone smile today. You never know. What small little thing can make a huge difference in someone's life? Remember that. And the buttons, they're all there. You know what to do. Today I would really like, what are your 3 fears that you want to achieve or overcome, or 3 uncomfortabilities that you'd like to overcome? Comment down below, you know the dealio. And as always, keep on keeping on. Go gently. Keep on wandering. Much love and peace.